What's up, you guys? It is your girl Mystïk Rosê, and I am back with another episode. Is it episode, or do you say like vlog? I really feel like this wouldn't be considered a vlog, or would it be considered an episode? I mean, like, this isn't a TV show. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, so before we get started, you already know what time it is. It's time to clear up this space. Handy dandy sage. Give it up for my girl. All right, so lighter flick. Let's get into it. One thing you do, girl, is go. One thing is you just gonna do. You gonna sage. You damn right. I'm gonna sage. Okay. I'ma clear this clutter. I'ma clear out the space. We ain't got time for negativity. Yes, I don't know why they ain't give me a singing voice. But all right. So let's clear you beautiful babies first. Clear out our area, this beautiful sacred area that is meant for us. Okay, any negativity that is being sent to us, we return back to sender 1,000 times fold. Okay, that is the energy that you do not want, so let's work smarter and not harder, y'all. Okay, sending the energy back to whom it came from. We don't want that, and we don't need that over here. All right, sage our decks too. Okay, I'm telling y'all, sage feels so good, and this one smells good. For my sage bundles, I use flowers based off of their properties. This is chamomile. I don't know if you can really see it, the chamomile. Anguilla has a beautiful significant meaning too. But I use peppermint oil, and I use lemongrass, and I use a little bit of Florida water too. So, because sage by itself has a really bad distinctive smell, and you know what I'm saying? So if I can help that a little bit, I'm gonna do just that. Okay. All right, so now that we got our sage out of the way, let's get this beautiful singing bowl together. Look at it, how beautiful it is. Let's get into it. Shall we? We shall. All right, you guys, so we're gonna start with our first deck, and we just want to know, like, what is going on? Okay, what is going on? What is going on, and why is it going on? All right, it's usually always the reason for everything to be going on. We're gonna start with our light seer deck. We're gonna start with this first, and then we're gonna play around and see which other decks they call for us to get us some information going. Y'all see my edges? I swear I try to lay them. I try to lay them, but if they want to be laid, no. That's all right though. You're still a good girl. One thing about you, you gonna shuffle the hell out that deck, ain't you? Just shuffling hard as hell, girl. I know you got a paper cut. All right, so we have 6 cards that came out, and we're gonna start with the 9 of Swords first. Not sure if you guys can see this. Okay, so there are a lot of sleep. Girl, can you talk? There are a lot of sleepless nights that are happening. You're doing a lot of tossing and turning. You're having nightmares. A lot of you are seeing a few of your past lives, and a lot of you are getting premonitions, if you will, of what's to come. And sometimes it is kind of hard to decipher your dream, because like for me last night, there was the moon phase, but then there was also a moon next to it. I want to say it was a waning gibbous, and then over to the right there's like this goat and then there was like a lot of stars in the sky, and then like it was like a beautiful almost like a portal opening up, and it was like just beautiful, and I couldn't get to it because somebody was blocking it. The person who was blocking it, whatever. But I was like, how the hell am I gonna put this dream together? Like, you know, so like I'm searching online, like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? So yeah, a lot of dreams are going to be revealing to you a lot of things that you need to work on. Okay, inner child shadowing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with shadow work, but that's going to be a big theme. Okay, and that's basically just kind of taking the time to sit with your shadow self, talk with your shadow self, and face your demons, if you will. You know, the way that we are is, you know, it's because of society, it's because of how we grew up, you know, basically how life treated us as we were growing up. So we adapted a lot of things, and we dismissed a lot of good parts of us, you know, that we allowed to sit over there in the shadow. And some of us do have a dark side. So a lot of nightmares are happening, a lot of sleepless nights, tossing and turning, and some of you are breaking up. You're breaking out in sweats because of how surreal that these dreams are feeling. But it's a part of you stepping into another section of your life that you need to work on. You've closed the chapter in a previous karmic cycle that you were going through, that you were dealing with, right? So now it's time to move over. Okay, so that is what we have with the Ten of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands, this energy, you see there's the ox and there's her. Okay, there's a lot of baggage, you know, and you're still carrying this baggage. You're still wanting to hold on to, you're resisting change. And that's clear with the Ten of Swords right behind it. I'll turn it this way so you guys can see it. Okay, you are resisting change. You're stuck to gossiping. You're stuck to the negative attachments that came from previous karmic cycles. You're still worried about what other people are saying. You're still worried about all of this other things, and you're allowing that to drag you down, right? So here, okay, sleepless nights, tossing and turning, and it's coming from these baggages. It's also, part of this is also coming from these baggages and burdens that you're still carrying. You're afraid of what's to come. Okay, you're afraid of what's to come. You're afraid to get rid of people. You're afraid to take a risk and take a chance on yourself. Okay, so because you're afraid of doing this, you want to stick to the bad vibration energies. You want to stay in your comfort zone. You want to stay where, you know, you want to stay where everything is all good. Okay, this is your comfort box. This is your little box that you're in, right? So you're comfortable with staying in that stagnant energy. You don't want to get rid of that karmic cycle, so you're tossing and turning. You're stressing over it. You are stressing. Problem is, baby, you don't have to let go of these burdens and these baggages that you're carrying. Stop resisting the change. Stop living in this negative, low vibrational energy. Okay, stop living in it, because now it's gonna cause for solitude. A lot of you are going inside, because for some of you, you have decided to end those karmic cycles. You're tired of going through that. You're over that. You're ready to move on. Okay, you're trying to get up out of this kind of energy. You're needing to get out of this energy, and in order for you to get out of this energy that you're in, that is causing stagnant energy and not helping you move forward, which is causing the chariot to not go fast paced like it usually does. And that's because right now, sit with yourself. Go inside. Okay, for those of you who have, actually this is for both of you, for those of you who have ended that karmic cycle, for those of you who are refusing to get away from that karmic cycle, it's time for the hermit mode. Okay, you see her? She's sitting up there by herself, away from civilization over here. Okay, she's up there in the mountains, in the clouds. Okay, taking time to sit with self. Take time to, okay, I already just said take time to sit with yourself. Take time to journal. Write down new boundaries. Write down things that happened in the past and your lessons? What did you learn from that? How can you use that moving forward? How do you want to move forward? What kind of goals do you have planned for yourself? What do you want to learn about yourself? Because learning yourself is a never-ending cycle. Okay, you could be in one season of where you're this person, you're loving these kind of things, but the next month you're not in that same place. And it's okay for you to shed. It's okay for you to want better for yourself. And a lot of you're people pleasing. You're still stuck in that people pleasing energy. Okay, you're still carrying all these baggages and the weights of how people see you, how people perceive you. But how do you see you? How do you see yourself? What is it that you want for yourself? Because sometimes we fail to realize that this is your life, that it's your heart and your body. It's only one you. So who are you living for? Are you going to spend your life staying in your box of what they labeled you as? Or are you going to step out and do something better? Because right now, a lot of you with this high priestess in reversed, you see her. Here, she fooling with a crown. The crown is open. She's receiving messages. She's connected. You're not connected because you're working from out of your shadow self. You're not tapping into your gifts. You're working in that low vibrational energy, gossiping, worried about he say, she say, we say, they say. Who gives a damn? Who? Obviously you do, but why? Why? Sit with yourself and ask yourself why. See, for me, I used to be a people pleaser. And it's because I always wanted to fit in. I wanted to be a part of something. I wanted people to like me so bad. So I would dim myself down, right? And I would do things that I knew that I wasn't comfortable with, which will piss my shadow self off. She would even piss my higher self, which will piss all my ancestors, spiritual guides off. They're like, what you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not having that because it's not who you are. Right? So you're playing with yourself. You're playing with the connection that you have with the universe. You're playing with the connection that you have with your higher self, the connection that you have with your divine duty, your divine soul, your divine path. Right? You're dimming your light because you want to stay in a box where you're comfortable. Okay, so now we have the Queen of Cups. A lot of you are channeling your emotions. You're working through them. I was gonna say, you're working through them. You're learning how to be wise, be mindful of where you're directing your energy to, right? Because at first, a lot of you were overpouring into other people. You were, again, people pleasing, trying to, for some of you, you were comfortable with standing in your box. For some of you, you have tapped out of that box. You know, you're out of that fish tank and you want better for yourself, and you're trying to gather yourself together because you're in the hermit mode. You're in the hermit mode. You're learning yourself. You're learning yourself because you're trying to get away from this. These sleepless nights, the burdens, the negativity. You're trying to get away from that. That's not something that you want to be a part of anymore. So you're taking it upon yourself. Let me check in with self. Let me check self. Where does my energy need to go? It needs to go into your craft. It needs to go into your craft. What is your talent? And why aren't you tapping into that talent? Why aren't you tapping into those gifts? Why are you severing that connection with the universe? You have to be comfortable with the unknown. You have to be comfortable, because the more that you try to have control on things, it causes for pushback. And it's like, dang, it's never gonna come, or ooh, I can't have that, or like, oh man, here we go again, or ooh, it's always something. Yeah, it's always gonna be something, because that's your mindset and that's what you're thinking. And what you think, this is what you're attracting. So it's like, for example, let's say you have a bad day. Boom, your car won't start. Man, it's always something. Boom. Now one of your tires then busted. You mad. You lashing out. You like, man, I'm gonna be late to work. I'm gonna lose my job. You get a phone call. Hey, don't even mind coming in. Yeah, we're gonna fire you. Right? 'Cause that's what you put out into the universe. Instead of saying, you know what? It's the reason my car stopped working. Boom, it's a badass wreck on the road. Ooh, my tire went flat. I keep having issues with this car. It's because right around the corner, you're about to be blessed with a brand new car. But you're too busy focused on the negative aspects, the negative outcomes, that you refuse to see the positive thing, the positive side of things. And that's understandable. That's definitely understandable. Like, you know, sometimes it's hard to change your perspective because it's what you're used to. You're used to just negative things just coming and coming. But you have to be mindful of your thoughts. It's law of attraction. You don't want to attract that negativity towards you. So in your head, you need to think, you know what? It's okay. It is what it is. It happened. How can we move forward? Boom. Somebody come and help you jumpstart your car. Boom. Hey, you need help with your tire? I have a tire here. We have the same make and model of a car. Let me help you. Boom. Hey, Shan, we noticed that you weren't here today, or that you're kind of coming in late. Don't worry about it. We already finished the presentation. Just come on in and we'll fill you in. Boom. You still got your job. You know what? Perspective. Change your thoughts. Change the way that you think. Okay? It's okay to be different. And because you're different, it's a reason for you to be different. Not all of us can be the same. That's just not how it works. Not everybody has the same way of thinking. Not everybody does. And could you imagine everybody going around the world like, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. You're so smart. You know, I was thinking that too. Like, you just thought some stupid ass shit. And I'm gonna agree with you? Not a chance in hell. That's dumb. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to be different. It's okay to be you. It's okay to have a different thought. It's okay to think outside of the box. You're beating yourself up. You're being harsh and you're being mean to yourself. For what? Go easy. Go easy on you. You're the best thing that has ever happened to you. Okay? Remember, stop taking yourself as a joke. You are not a joke. Okay? That's what you... Playing up in here. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna do just 2 more decks. Because I think the last one was pretty long, and I don't really want this one to be that long. Now we're gonna use the Renaissance deck, and then we're gonna end with our Starseed deck. Please do not fall on the floor, okay? I'm in a very comfortable position. Hey, it's the Magician. It's the Magician. I can see you from there. Ooh, High Priestess. All right, the Magician is on the floor. And you know what? That should let y'all ass know something. Some of you, you're playing with yourself. You're playing with yourself. You're playing with your talents and you're playing with your gifts. All right, so that's a 5-ass head. That's a 5 head for sure. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. And up here you can see, actually no you can't. Can you? Is it letting me, you know what? So past treachery, you guys. And I feel like we just talked about this in the last episode. So this time it's your past is coming back to bite you in the ass. It ain't they past. They past already came out and it's still coming out. But sometimes we like to throw stones and hide our hands We like to throw stones and we like to hide our hands. You ain't gonna be able to do that this week. Because past treacheries of what you did are to come out. And it's not like they're nothing crazy. Some of them are. Some of them are. Okay, not you going skinny dipping with your friend, man. I'm not even gonna get into that. Okay, so past transgressions, past. I actually did look up that word, and I was using it correctly. Why was I playing with myself like that? So here we have the high priestess again. This time, my girl is standing. She's standing in her energy. A lot of you actually do take the initiative right after you receive a certain amount of information. You really do take the time to better yourself. And I love that for you. You actually get the knowledge and you figure out how to apply it to yourself. Because again, some of you, you're breaking free from the chains that bind you. Okay, you've been manifesting this with the magician over there. You're trying to manifest this, but we need you to think bigger, because see, your manifestations are at their floor. Okay, you think you reaching for the stars. No. They still down there. They still down there. And for the second half of you guys, you're not even trying to pick them up off the floor. You're settling. You're settling. But you shouldn't be doing that, because this is you. Do you see her? Do you see her? All knowing, all wise, taking life lessons and applying them to better her circumstance, to better your circumstance. Tapping into your untapped potential. Oh, my back. Okay, so next we have the Six of Swords. Bravery and travel. So I see for a lot of you, I hear girls trip and vacation. Balcony? Who thinking about the balcony? I know y'all not trying to act out these little scenarios y'all be seeing on TikTok. But you know what? I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. So, bravery. Bravery. Okay. Be brave, be bold, be confident. So for you specifically, that business plan, that idea that you have, that you're sleeping on, that you're leaving on the floor, pick it up, because that's going to take you places. The idea that you don't invest in could be your big, oh, you like me? You want to buy? You want to do that? You fooling with your girl? What? It's too much. But you sleeping on it. You sleeping on it. You like, you know, I mean, you're allowing people to doubt you. You're staying in that box. You're staying in your comfort zone. But see, if you guys remember, I have to keep telling y'all this. I tell you this on the podcast. I told you here on the last session. You have to be bold. You have to trust in yourself. You have to step out of that comfort zone, because when you do, what happens, you guys? What happens? Magic. Magic happens when you believe in yourself. When you take the initiative to be like, you know what? I'm a boss. I'm a leader. I pull up in my two-seater. Are y'all hearing me? Are you hearing me? I don't think y'all hearing me. I don't think y'all hearing me. I don't think y'all hearing me. I might have to come to the screen on y'all. Let's see. I might have to come to the screen. Okay. Let's see. What is going on with our next deck? Do y'all see the back of these cards? These are beautiful. And our setup is a little different today because I'm working on a new setup over there. So just ignore it. Pretend like you don't even see what's going on. You just come in here to read these, for me to read these cards. Okay. Okay. All right. Excuse-moi. Okay, we have the 7 Star Sisters. Birth and Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. I actually love this energy of this card because it's like brand new ideas, like a burst of creativity, like a burst of energy. And it's like you're thinking of a million things. So write them down. Really write them down and think through them. Sit with them, because not every one of them is going to be, you know, excuse me, not everyone is going to be like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, you have to know which ones are like, yeah, you know. And for a lot of you, you're finding different ways to express and show off your spiritual side of you without you feeding too much into your ego and feeding into the portrayal of spirituality, like the, you know what I mean, like the doing it for a show kind of thing. Because that's kind of what spirituality is becoming now. Like a lot of people are doing it for an, I know I'm gonna say this word wrong, aesthetic. Okay, and it's deeper than that. It's deeper than crystals. It's deeper than doing readings. It's deeper than manifestation. It's really about you healing yourself, bettering yourself to get yourself in a better state. You know, for me, honestly, out of this whole entire journey, my main focus that I want for me is I want to be able to heal generational curses. I want to be able to have peace of mind. I want to be happy, okay? I want to be so happy, and I want to be so sure and true with myself. That's what I wanted this entire journey. And of course, to fulfill my life purpose. You know what I'm saying? So express yourself the way that you see fit. Paint your life however you want to. It's your canvas. There are several different canvases. If you decide one day to wake up and wear that and you ain't feeling that, or you decide that you want to be that person and you don't want to be that person no more, that is okay. You have the right to choose how you want to be seen. You have the right to choose what makes you happy. Okay? Again, it's all about chill. It's all about chill. I want you. Let me stop making them faces. Yes, you do. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Again, this goes back to the hermit mode. It's time to tap into self. Listen to your intuition. Listen to that gut feeling that you have. Sit with yourself. Really connect with your being. All right, connect with your soul. Turn your gaze within and focus on yourself. We spend too much time focusing on other people. We spend too much time doing that. Sometimes we do it unknowingly. Sometimes we do it and we try really hard to not do it. But right now, it's time and a call for solitude. Sit with yourself. Turn your gaze within you. Tap into you. Because again, you're the best thing that has ever happened to who? You. And honestly, the world too. Okay? Baby, you a force to be reckoned with. They better step correct. You better step correct too. Okay? Stop playing with yourself. The blue fame. Fame. I'd rather be wealthy than have fame, because people would not, these fans would not be getting here on these keyboards telling me about my life, telling me how to live when, okay, no ma'am. And then people are doing all these apologies, like they're apologizing. Like, why are you apologizing for being yourself? What? Make it make sense. Okay. All right. So anyways, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Somebody's going through another transformation. It's ghetto, ain't it? Somebody's going through another transformation. And again, that's why it's calling for a time of solitude. It's calling for a time of hermit mode. It's calling for a time for you to release these old baggages and bondage and chains that are binding you, stopping you from changing, bettering yourself, and tapping into the person that you actually want to be moving forward. So it's a time to sit with self, be like, okay, what do I not like anymore? What have I learned about myself since the last transformation? What have I learned about myself this week? What did I learn about myself today? You know what? I learned that I don't like always being accessible to people. So what am I going to do about that? Boom, a boundary. Or it could be, you know what? I actually really don't like that kind of food. I actually don't want to eat like that anymore. So what are you going to do? You want to eat healthy now? What are you going to do? You're going to do what's best for who? Okay. With that being said, that's all that I have for you guys today, because I know the last one was pretty long and I felt kind of bad for it being kind of long. But I do want to get you guys' feedback on the new intro. How is it making you guys feel? Are you prefer the last one? Or do you want your girl to kick it up a notch and like, you could do better? You could do better. We believe in you. So I definitely would like to get you guys' feedback. Like, share, comment, subscribe, chat with me. Let me know if everything is resonating with you. What would you like to see on the next not channel? Is it episode or is it vlog? I feel like it wouldn't be a vlog. I'm gonna go with episode. On the next segment, I'm gonna say episode. Okay, so on the next episode, you know, you guys let me know what it is that you would like to get confirmation on, clarity on. What do you want to know? Let me know, okay? Because it doesn't always have to be about what's to come. We could talk about love. We could talk about career. We could talk about the haters that are near. I rhymed. If you didn't know, I'm a rapper. Not really, but thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. You feel school, didn't you? What was I gonna say? See, you know what? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. Your girl is having a brain fart here. I appreciate you guys so much, and keep being an advocate for you. Keep fighting for yourself.